You're listening to Denise and Andrew on Friday on 88.9 Win FM. And joining us on the show now is Julie Goodwin. Welcome, Julie.
Thanks, Denise. Nice to be here.
Great to have you on the show. Now, of course, you are the first Australian MasterChef Australia.
I know.
And out of 7,000 applicants into the top 20 and then the winner, that's a pretty awesome achievement.
Yeah, I'm still sort of pinching myself.
Because July last year, that all happened, and I guess your life's never been the same since.
No, it hasn't really. It hasn't. There's been a lot of fantastic opportunities, and I've been doing a lot of really wonderful things.
Absolutely. And you are now, of course, the In Magazine Cook Advisor for the Australian Women's Weekly. How did that happen?
Well, I write a column every month.
Yeah.
They approached me. They actually approached the agency during the airing of the series and expressed an interest in having me come and work for them. So I was very honoured by that. It was such an iconic publication and such an amazing team to work with.
That was even before you won?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. And then, of course, you're also regular on the Today Show. How did that come about?
Well, Channel 9 just expressed an interest in getting me on the Today Show for a weekly segment, and we talked about what we might do, and that's come together beautifully. They're a fantastic group of people, and we have a lot of fun.
I was going to say, it seems like quite a fun gig.
Oh, it really is. It really is. Tuesday mornings are terrific. I look forward to them every week.
Now, before you became Julie the Master Chef, you, of course, you've got a family and you're a mum and you've got a husband, and you also ran an IT business. Is that still going along?
Oh, yes, that's still going along. There's a team of about 9 or 10 of us now, and, Mick's still full-time in the business, and I've had to step away from that to keep all my other commitments, but no, that's a beautiful little company with a great team.
Oh, fantastic. And one of your ambitions, you said when you were on the show, was to open a restaurant. Is that still an ambition of yours?
It certainly is. It's in its very embryonic stages at the moment because of the amount of work it takes to actually produce a book and all the other things I'm doing. I haven't really had the opportunity to make proper plans or to get any training yet, but I'm really looking forward to that.
And what sort of a restaurant do you have in mind, Julie?
Not a big place, and it won't sit at the fine dining end of the spectrum.
Right.
But it won't be a hamburger joint either. It'll be somewhere where I guess people can go, and it's got a nice warm sort of atmosphere, and you could go with friends and have a bit of a special meal and a bit of a celebration. So a family type restaurant. Yeah. Absolutely. And of course a lot of your famous dishes would be on the menu, I take it. Yeah, I guess so. I haven't really designed a menu just yet. Now, of course, just came out this month in April, was your first cookbook called Our Family Table. And it's a lovely cookbook. I've had a look through it, and I quite like that you've got pictures of your family in there. It just has a nice warm feeling to it. Well, that was my goal, and really the aim in having that sort of those pictures and the little sort of quotations and memories and all that is sort of to inspire people, I guess, to have those conversations with their own family. Yeah. Remember when, and because it was such a joyful journey for us to do that. Oh, it was a bit like going through someone's family album. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And gathering all that stuff together was really good fun, and it did bring back a lot of beautiful memories. So I hope other people get the opportunity to do that too. And also, like that up the back of the book there, you've got the blank pages where you can actually put in your own photos and clippings, that, the person that actually buys the book, and family recipes, which was a nice idea, I thought. I really love the idea that people are going to sort of start to gather together these recipes and these photos, because it's so easily sort of lost. And, recipes that some of the older generation only have in their head, it's important to get that down on paper. And I also love the idea that every sort of copy of the book out there is going to be different. Absolutely. My mother, she was one of the best cooks ever, but everything was in her head, everything. Yeah. Pinch of this, pinch of that. I know, and it takes quite a lot of discipline to stop and write all those things down, because I've always been like that as a cook, out of my head. And to write the recipes down that I've been cooking for my family for years actually took quite a lot of discipline. And of course you've got some of the recipes that you created for MasterChef, such as the Lemon Diva cupcakes and the passion fruit puddle pie. that puddle pie. Yeah, that has to go in.
Absolutely. Now, this is an obvious question, but obviously last year, before, around this time, no one in the greater Australia knew Julie, and now all of a sudden everybody knows Julie. Now, how has that felt for you just in your day-to-day life?
You know what? It's actually really lovely. I meet a whole lot of new people. I've got, a whole lot of new friends. Nobody's a stranger for very long.
Yeah.
And so I just have an opportunity to, and I'm sort of moving in circles I've never even knew existed. So I'm meeting heaps of foodie people and just, people on the street, just lovely, lovely people. So to me, it's really just, it's just sort of flung the world a bit more wide open for me.
And has your family adjusted to it well?
Oh, they really have. They really have. At home, I'm still just mum, and they're still just the boys, and, we've still got to get through the daily and the weekly things that you do when you've got a family and all the sport and the homework and all that sort of thing. So, the core of life is as it was, which was really important sort of to Mick and I to keep that on an even keel for them.
Oh, absolutely. Now, with all the different people that you've met in the 12 months, is there anyone that, say, before you were well known, thought, I'd like to meet that person, either to do with cooking or not, and that you have?
There have been many, many people that I've been so thrilled to have the opportunity to meet, but the one that stands out for me is Margaret Fulton.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, because I grew up also, with Margaret Fulton as the person that you'd look for recipes for. Yeah. And what was your first meeting like with Margaret?
I'm sorry, that line's getting really bad.
Hello, can you hear me?
Question? Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, what was your first meeting with Margaret like?
Oh, you know what? I hardly got to speak with her because the first meeting was an episode of MasterChef where she judged our dishes. And literally she stood in front of us and spoke to all of us as a group. We put our food down in front of her, and I didn't get to speak to her one-on-one at all. So the next time I got to see her, it was wonderful just to talk to her properly, and I, with my heart in my mouth, asked her to write the foreword for my cookbook, and she agreed to that, and then she came along to the book launch and actually launched the book as well.
That's fantastic. Now, talking about a book launch, you'll be in the Werribee tomorrow between 10:30 and 11:30 at the Werribee Plaza, and people can come along and meet you as you got to meet one of your idols in Margaret Fulton.
I'd love people to come and meet me. I'm at Collins Booksellers in Werribee, and also Big W at Geelong tomorrow at 2:00. And I'm loving meeting people. People who've bought the book, and I love to hear what they like to cook out of it. And lots of kids have been coming along, so it's really precious to me.
And you're happy to sign copies of the book for people if they want?
I'd love to sign copies of the book.
Oh, fantastic. Well, the book is called Our Family Table, which is available at all good bookshops at the moment, but you can actually meet Julie tomorrow at the Werribee Plaza Collins Bookshop between 10:30 and 11:30, and later in the day down at Geelong Big W at 2 p.m. So get out there and meet Julie, and it's been great to have you on the show today. Thank you very much for coming on to 88.9 Win FM, and continued success.
Thanks a lot, Denise. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.